Howdy y'all, Fuzzy Biker here. Welcome to the mighty mini-tropolis of Marnie, Iowa. Today we are on a 2017 Royal Enfield Classic 500. See that hot rod there? It's a big single cylinder. I think it's a 499cc, something like that. About 27 horsepower, about 31 foot-pounds of torque. I think that's, I don't know how many newton meters. I'll put that down below. Let's see how it turns here. It's an absolute hoot to ride. This one's got an aftermarket pipe, loads of torque, just plenty of torque, and it's right at the bottom. it's an absolute grin. This is a hoot. They're all a hoot, right? Great sound, great sound. I'll put the wheelbase down below. It's a short wheelbase. This is a used motorcycle, and the color is, I love the color. I'll put a picture of it up here somewhere. This was one of their most popular colors for years, something like 8 years. Beautiful bike. This one's got 5,300 miles on it. Wahoo! It pulls like a banshee. Oh my gosh, this thing is a grin. It's got a BSA muffler on it. Something that gives us that pleasant sound, right? Okay, we're not going to go on gravel because, you know, it's a clean bike. What a nifty. Look at that. Just look at that. My foot's in the air. I love it. I love it. I think these are something like 410 pounds, 420, 415 pounds, let's call it. I'll put the kilos down below. Gosh, what a grin. I don't know if y'all can see those Bigfoot right up there. On the hilltop, there's 3 of them there. Check it out. Okay, on we go. We are rolling back into the mighty mini-tropolis. The brakes are good, by the way. It's got a disc on the front. I don't know what it's got on the back. We'll check later. We are rolling into the mighty mini-tropolis of Marnie, Iowa, home of Baxter Cycles, seller of new and used Royal Enfields, Triumphs, British bikes of all type. If you're interested in anything like that, go to baxtercycle.com. Give those guys a look and see what they got for you. Look at this. Turns like look at that. Just turns like a dream. Turns like a dream. I love the way this thing handles. That is the Derailed Grill. If you're ever in Marnie, check those guys out. Good eats. This thing, I like it. I just did a video on a military version of this bike with knobby tires, and it was a lot of fun, and I really enjoyed it. This one is got street tires on it. It's a lot funner on this pavement than those big old knobbies were. It's got very good handling, honestly. What a grin. This one has crash bars on it. I think they got the luggage rack on the back. You know what? Let's go down to the park, and there's Baxter Cycles right there. Baxtercycle.com. Check those guys out. Get a hold of those guys. Ask for Jeremy and Mark and tell them Fuzzy Biker sent you. You know what? I'm having too much fun to go park yet. Let's take another lap around town. That sound is just awesome. It's a real eggy honor kind of deal, you know. Look at the pull. It just pulls like a banshee. Hey, we got some smoke here. Let's go see what we got. We'll just putt up here slowly. We don't want to rile the natives. Alrighty, let's head down to the park. What a hoot. Marnie, Iowa. If you are a British motorcycle enthusiast, Marnie, Iowa should be on your list of places to see in your life. Not just once, several times. I don't care if you live in Texas or California or the East Coast. This place right in the middle of America is kind of a haven for Royal Enfields and vintage British motorcycles of all types. They've got a vintage motorcycle room that you just won't believe. And of course they sell all kinds of parts for vintage bikes. They also have an incredible supply of Royal Enfield parts in stock. You know, you don't have to order from somewhere and wait 2 or 3 weeks to get the part. They've got it right here. BaxterCycle.com. They'll get you that stuff shipped out in a day or two, be at your door, and away you go. Look at this. Plenty of ground clearance. This thing is a hoot. I don't want to stop. Okay, I've been admonished recently for driving around the park, so I gotta get this thing back up onto the concrete. But what a grin this bike is. What a grin this bike is. Okay, I'll get this thing parked and we will we'll do a little walk around on this thing, huh? Look down here at the blinkers. Check it out. Somebody added those. That's an add-on. See that there? That's right side, left side. Ha ha! What a beauty. What a beauty. All right, I'll get my helmet off and we'll talk. Howdy y'all, Fuzzy Biker here in the mighty mini-tropolis of Marty, Iowa, and look what we have today. This is one of those hot rod Royal Enfield Classic 500s. This is a 2017 model, used bike. Just a gorgeous, gorgeous thing. Been driving it around town, you've probably seen a little bit of that already. Absolute hoot to ride. Absolute, oh, just a blast. I really like them. They get a little shake to them, a little quiver, but they're, you know, a lot of fun. It's a 499cc overhead valve engine. That means the cam's down here somewhere, and the valves are up here. But look how long that stroke is. Isn't that just a really unique looking engine? This one is fuel injected. 8.5 to 1 compression, so you can use normal gasoline. It's got the traditional features of a Royal Enfield, the wing. You know, it's got a Kickstarter and electric start. This is an electric start bike. Right up there. Just that's a BSA muffler on there, and they did that to another bike. They like the way it looks, and they certainly do sound good. You probably heard a little bit of the sound already, but this one has a well, let's talk about the features later. Weight of this bike new is 412 pounds. That's 187 kilograms. Has a 280 millimeter disc on the front. Looks like a twin pot. I don't see any branding on it. Fixed disc. The forks are supposed to be 35 millimeter with about 5.1 inches of travel, and that's a pretty good amount. That's about 130 millimeters. So that's quite a bit of suspension on the front. The rear suspension is supposed to be, let's see if I can find that, 3.1 inches. That's about 80 millimeters. Now I was looking at this. See, it's got these piggyback shocks, and I asked if those were stock, and they said they were. These are stock shocks. So that's pretty impressive. And the back brake is a drum brake, and that's something I was wondering about as I rode it. I think it'd be a little tighter, and I'll mention that when I get back. Look at these snail adjusters for the chain. Isn't that neat? I love snail adjusters. Have them on that side too. But I just love the way this whole thing looks. I love mechanical brakes like that, especially, you know, I don't care to have drums on the front anymore. I've had plenty of that in my life, but on the back they're just fine. And that means this bike does not have ABS. Wheelbase on this hot rod is going to be 53.9 inches. That's 1,370 millimeters, and ground clearance 5.3 inches, 135 millimeters. It looks more than that to me, even sitting on a side stand like that. So I wonder if that's an accurate value. Tires are 90-90-19 on the front, and 110-90 on the rear. 90-90-19 on the front. That's what it says. And 110-90-18 on the rear. I love bikes like that's why it handles so well. It just, you know, it really did just great. Fuel tank is 3.6 gallon. That's 13.5 liters. And the seat height on this bike stock, in stock form, I think that's a stock seat, is 31.5 inches, which is about 800 millimeters. So now let's look at the extras on this hot rod. Now let's just start with the front. You know, it's got spoke wheels, nice tires. The fork tubes are covered. This is metal and painted. This is metal. Somebody did the larger headlight conversion. I think that's a 7-inch headlight, and the normal ones have a smaller one. I want to point out these cat's eyes. Let's see if we can get those to light up. This one must be burned out, but look at that one. And then somebody added a, I think I showed you those earlier, the blinker when you do the blinkers, the watch this. Oh, it even beeps. Ha ha! When you go the other way, the other one, you know, will do the same thing. But pretty nifty. Pretty nifty. What else have we got on the front here? I think the mirrors are stocks and all the other stuff. We'll get to the rest of the front of it. They have these engine guards on here, and I was noticing that's a Royal Enfield branded engine guard, so made for the bike. Beautiful, isn't it? I can't tell you if that's the stock seat or not. I would not be surprised. I can tell you that it does have springs underneath it. I don't know if they're practical or not. I don't know if they're a fixed thing or, well, yeah, no, they're supposed to be. They're practical. They give a little bit. I did like the way it rode. It did shake, quiver. They don't shake, they quiver a little bit, but very nice bike, really. And then it's got this luggage rack added on instead of a back seat. Isn't that just gorgeous? I don't know if that's a stock taillight either. That's an interesting look too. I really like that. Very interesting look. I think these are like toolboxes, or I think this is a battery box maybe. I'm not sure. But isn't that just gorgeous? Chrome kickstand. The bike has a center stand stock. Just a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing. Let's jump up here to the top. The ignition switch right there. And no fuel gauge, but it does have a fuel light and an engine light. Let's see. Does not do the thing when you turn it on, even though it is fuel injected, I believe. It does have a choke. Well, that's kind of like my Himalayan choke, I think. So high lows for the lights, flat, pass to flash, flash to pass right here. Horn button, blinkers, start switch. I'm not sure what that is. I really don't know what that is. Maybe the hazard lights? No, it's 3-position. I'll have to try to find that out. And then, of course, down here's the start button. And there's a Kickstarter right there, too. I was trying to look for other things that have been added to this. I already talked about I'm guessing these springs were added. This was added. I don't know about the tail end. Of course, this was added. The little things in the blinkers were added. I noticed a chrome starter cover. I don't know if that's an add-on or if that's just the way they come. Yeah, there's the battery there. Fuel injection. It is fuel injected. So what a gorgeous bike. And I do like that color. I don't know what you would call that color. I'll try to find out. But very well done. Very well done, I believe. This bike, if you're interested in it, go to baxtercycle.com. I think the price is mid 4,000, so 42, 45, something like that. But just a barrel of fun. Bunch of, just a bunch of fun. 5,328 miles on it. But oh, 5-speed transmission, and it's a pretty good transmission. I do like the way these shift. They're just an absolute hoot to ride. And I've got a friend that has one. I think I mentioned in the last video. He has taken his all the way to Glacier National Park and around the country, and he kind of tours on his regularly. And what a treat that must be, huh? But beautiful bike, beautiful bike. Interested in something like this? Get a hold of Baxter Cycle, baxtercycle.com. Now, if it's nice where it is, if it's nice where you're at, get out there and ride, my friends. Wahoo! 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I love it. These are a beautiful product, beautiful Indian-made product. Just a gorgeous, very well done. These things have been around forever. They run great. Easy to maintain. I don't believe you have to adjust the valves on these. Just change the oil and air filter and plugs every now and then, and the thing runs great. I really believe Baxter Cycle is really a destination motorcycle shop. It's a place everybody should visit at least once in their life, and if you're lucky, several dozens of times. baxtercycle.com. Wahoo!